State funeral of General Secretary Nguyen Ph. Trung. What's special about it in the Socialist Republic of Vietnam? The state funeral of General Secretary Nguyen Ph. Trung is an important and emotional event, reflecting the deep respect and honoring the significant contributions he made to Vietnam. Here is what took place during this special state funeral. Upon hearing the news that the nation's 80-year-old leader, a great heart, had stopped beating, most Vietnamese people were surprised and moved. Tears fell as rain poured down. The heavy rains seemed like a farewell from the heavens to a beloved son who had served the country and its people until his last breath. On social media in Vietnam, millions of people simultaneously changed their profile pictures to an image of the flag at half-mast. The state funeral in Vietnam is truly special. It is even more special when the person being honored was also a special figure in the hearts of the people, a person who dedicated his entire life to the nation, the people, and was beloved by them. A great heart has stopped beating, moving millions of other hearts. One of the quotes from the General Secretary that Vietnamese people have widely shared on social media is, "The most precious thing in life is human life and the honor of living. Because we only live once. We must live in such a way that we do not regret the wasted years, so that we are not ashamed of the petty, cowardly deeds that everyone despises, so that when we close our eyes and lay our hands down, we can be proud that all our life and all our strength have been dedicated to the noblest cause on earth, the struggle for national liberation and human emancipation, bringing happiness and prosperity to the people." His words are like a reminder to his comrades and fellow countrymen, like heartfelt advice from an old father to his young, inexperienced children. Importantly, they encapsulate everything he achieved throughout his revolutionary life. State funeral of General Secretary Nguyen Ph. Trung. The state funeral of General Secretary Nguyen Ph. Trung was held at the National Funeral Hall in Hanoi and lasted for 2 days, July 25th and 26th. 2 other locations, the Thang Ent Hall in District 1, Ho Chi Minh City, and his hometown in Anh An, Hanoi, also hosted memorial services. The event was to honor and remember Nguyen Ph. Trung, a talented leader who dedicated his life to the construction and development of the country. The state funeral took place in a solemn and emotional atmosphere, attended by numerous representatives from various countries, domestic and international organizations, and people from all over the nation. The visitation, starting at 8 a.m. on July 25, 2024, thousands of representatives from nearly 100 countries, international organizations, citizens, and officials lined up to pay their respects to the leader who devoted his life to the nation. The image of thousands of people forming kilometer-long queues just to pay their respects to their beloved leader once was moving. The turnout was so overwhelming that the funeral organizers extended the visitation hours until p.m. on July 25th to accommodate more people. On the morning of July 26th, people started lining up from a.m. to await their turn to attend the visitation. Even in the midday heat from a.m. to p.m., many people continued to line up, waiting for the moment when his casket would pass by.
Cái quý nhất của con người là cuộc sống và danh dự sống. Bởi vì đời người chỉ sống có một lần, phải sống sao cho khỏi xót xa ân hận vì những năm tháng đã sống hoài, sống phí, để khỏi hổ thẹn vì những việc làm ti tiện, đớn hèn, bị mọi người khinh bỉ. Để đến khi nhắm mắt xuôi tay, ta có thể tự hào rằng tất cả đời ta, tất cả sức ta, ta đã hiến dâng cho sự nghiệp cao đẹp nhất trên đời, sự nghiệp đấu tranh giải phóng dân tộc, giải phóng con người, mang lại hạnh phúc cho nhân dân.
The memorial and burial service took place on the afternoon of July 26, 2024. This solemn moment was when everyone gathered to remember and pray for the soul of General Secretary Nguyen P.H. Trong to rest in peace. Thousands of people from all over the country, undeterred by long distances and hot weather, lined up at the National Funeral Hall in Hanoi to pay their respects and bid farewell to him. Burial service. The burial took place at My DH Cemetery in Hanoi. The procession from the funeral hall to the cemetery passed through numerous streets. What was special about this state funeral was that along the entire route of General Secretary Nguyen P.H. Trung's casket, people stood densely on both sides of the road. Spontaneously, they chanted, "Long live Uncle Trung," as his casket passed by. Thousands of local residents were present to see him off to his final resting place, despite the extremely hot weather. Throughout the state funeral, many touching speeches were shared. High-ranking leaders of the party and the state expressed their profound gratitude for the contributions of General Secretary Nguyen P.H. Trung. They emphasized that he was a steadfast leader, wholeheartedly devoted to the revolutionary cause and the happiness of the people. Colleagues, peers, and friends have also shared profound memories of him, recalling stories of his simplicity, sincerity, and dedication throughout his life. Everyone agrees that General Secretary Nguyen P.H. Trung was a shining example of revolutionary ethics, patriotism, and devotion. The national funeral of General Secretary Nguyen P.H. Trung is not only an occasion to remember and honor an outstanding leader, but also an opportunity for all Vietnamese people to demonstrate unity and patriotism. During these days, various localities, organizations, and communities have organized numerous commemorative activities, from setting up altars at homes and workplaces to holding prayer sessions and candlelight vigils. Every Vietnamese citizen, whether they have experienced war or are young, can feel the spirit of national solidarity, the value of patriotism, dedication, and responsibility to the country. His contributions will forever be remembered and serve as a source of motivation for us to continue building and developing the nation. General Secretary Nguyen P.H. Trung was one of the most outstanding leaders of the Communist Party of Vietnam in the Vietnamese state. Throughout his political career, he left a significant mark, contributing to shaping and developing the country. He helped Vietnam become stronger internally and gain a more prominent position on the global stage during his leadership. General Secretary Nguyen P.H. Trung won the affection of the people not only for his substantial contributions, but also for his simple, sincere, and approachable personality. They believed that under his leadership, Vietnam would become cleaner, stronger, and more developed. General Secretary Nguyen P.H. Trung left behind a tremendous legacy with his contributions to the revolutionary cause and national development. His achievements are not only the accomplishments of an individual, but also a source of pride for the entire Vietnamese nation. The people's affection for him is the clearest testament to their deep respect and gratitude for an outstanding leader, a communist who dedicated his entire life to serving the people and the country. General Secretary Nguyen Ph. Trong left behind a tremendous legacy with his contributions to the revolutionary cause and national development. His achievements are not only the accomplishments of an individual, but also a source of pride for the entire Vietnamese nation. The people's affection for him is the clearest testament to their deep respect and gratitude for an outstanding leader, a communist who dedicated his entire life to serving the people and the country. In the history of Vietnam, there have been two national funerals that brought tears to countless people. The first was the national funeral of President H. Minh in September 1969, a piece of heartbreaking news that brought tears to millions. The funeral took place at NH Square with millions of people in attendance.
Người anh hùng dân tộc vĩ đại và chính người đã làm rạng rỡ dân tộc ta, nhân dân ta và non sông đất nước ta.
In his testament, President H. Minh wrote, "Finally, I leave behind countless love and affection for the entire people, the entire party, all soldiers, and the youth and children."
Cuối cùng, tôi để lại muôn vàn tình thân yêu cho toàn dân, toàn đảng, cho toàn thể bộ đội, cho các cháu thanh niên và nhi đồng.
The second was the national funeral of General V. Nguyen and GIP in October 2013. This event deeply moved the hearts of millions of Vietnamese. People stood along the streets, hoping to catch a glimpse of and bid farewell to their beloved general one last time. The image of a war veteran from Nguyen PH, who had lost a leg due to the bombings of war, making his way to the funeral of his general on a rickety bicycle over a distance of 60 kilometers, strongly affirms that all the people here and their general are indeed one family. Both of these figures were dedicated to their country and people. They brought independence, freedom, victory, and prosperity to the nation. For Vietnam, if President H. Minh was the one who found the path to national salvation, General V. Nguyen and GIP was the one who successfully defended the country with his historic victory at Nguyen PH. Today, we mark the state funeral of Nguyen PH Trong, who is credited with significantly contributing to the construction and development of modern, prosperous Vietnam. All these achievements were not easily attained, and not everyone could have accomplished them. Only those who truly love their country and people more than themselves, who sacrificed their entire lives for the cause of protecting and developing the nation and bringing prosperity to the people, can achieve such feats. Everything they have done has touched the hearts of all patriotic citizens and has elicited countless tears from the people during these moments of farewell. The profound sorrow is visible in the eyes of Vietnamese people across generations. Millions of hearts are directed towards one great heart that has stopped beating. This is a rare achievement for any leader to attain. A leader who was like a father or older brother in the family, simple, exemplary, and wholly dedicated to serving the people and the country until his last breath. This video comes to an end here. How do you feel about Vietnam's national mourning? A leader who dedicated his entire life to his people, whose great heart stopped beating and made millions of other hearts tremble. He was loved and respected by the people as if he were a close family member. In this time of sorrow, the Vietnamese people once again demonstrated their strong spirit of unity. I look forward to seeing you in future videos as we continue to explore this small yet beautiful country. Thank you for watching.